Hey YouTube, thanks for tuning in to another installment of Wait a Minute. I am Shirley, and as I mentioned last time in my introduction video, I am 29 years old. This is the second installment of my recording of my weight loss journey, and currently I am about on my third week of the HCG diet. I feel like my face is thinner. Might just be because I have my hair up, but let's get to the statistics. So just a little background. I started the HCG diet with my loading days on May the 6th, I think it was. So you get 2 days of the loading period, which involves eating all the fat that you want. You really should try to have like a healthy loading period. But basically what you're doing is loading your body up with fat and calories that it will use in connection with your HCG supplements as you are going through the extremely reduced calorie portion in the weeks after that. So again, I use Sensational Bodies as my distributor for my HCG drops, and I have really been enjoying the level of contact that I can have with them. I follow Diana on Instagram, and she does live videos. She updates with her own pictures. And I was able to share with her that I lost 13 pounds in my first 9 days. So that was really exhilarating. Okay, now for the rough stuff. I am not losing any more weight, but it's my own fault. It's really my own fault. Don't tell nobody, but I be cheating a little bit. And then this past weekend was a dear friend's graduation party for her son, and the food they had there, y'all. I mean, I just didn't prepare well. I did not prepare my mind. I did not get myself in the right mindset to go and be strong. And let me tell you, I have but I have demonstrated willpower. Like, my husband is not on this diet. God love him. So he is having to help me with my meal planning, and when I'm ridiculously hangry, help me by making my food. Shout out to you, babe. Thanks. But we're a couple. We don't have children, so we eat out a lot. We'll go to the experience I've been telling people is about my poor relationship with food. To demonstrate my poor relationship with food, we went to Outback, and I had every intention of having a good experience there, because really this HCG diet is just supposed to be a kickstart, for the weight that I'm trying to lose. So during this time, I'm just trying to teach myself to be disciplined and to eat according to my plan and things like that. And so, at Outback, you get there, and what do they bring to the table? Bread. Yes. And like I tell everybody, I'm like Oprah. I love bread. I love bread and cake and bread products, and the list goes on and on. But they brought out that little loaf of bread, and I did not touch it. Now, I did fantasize as I watched that butter melt into the little crevices of the pieces of bread and stuff. And that's why I was like, this is so unhealthy. I have such an unhealthy relationship with food that I'm sitting here fantasizing about, bread and having the bread. But I sat through that entire dinner. I had their wood grilled shrimp and something else. What else did I have, Nathan? Do you remember? I don't remember. Oh, broccoli. I had their wood grilled shrimp and broccoli. And I did have a Coke Zero. I really don't think that, in my handout from my distributor of the HCG drops, they really didn't say you should be having soda. And I understand, because soda leads to, bloating, and it's just kind of counterproductive. But that Coke Zero be getting me through sometimes because I mean you're there's a lot of deprivation. You know, you're just not having the things that you are accustomed to have. Um, so every now and again, I'll have a Coke Zero, especially if we go out. Um, so that was a victory for me, finishing that meal and being satisfied with my meal and not having bread. And then another victory was we, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that we went to Chili's after our Bible study this week. And what does he order for the table than chips and salsa? And I'm like, what? Why are there chips and salsa on this table? But I did not have a single chip, which is really, really hard to do. So I am having some victories in that regard. I'm having some non-scale victories, which I was really, really excited about. I have had a belt that I've had for some time now, and I don't think I've ever worn the belt with the dress that it came with because it just could not get around my midsection. And I was going to put an outfit on, I guess, in the first week of my doing the HCG diet, and excuse me, and the thing just went on just as easy as you please. I mean, I can even get to like the second buckle, but it doesn't look good because it's one of those really narrow belts, you know, and so you don't want like all your stuff folded over the belt. That defeats the purpose of wearing the belt. But it looked really nice, and you know, just I didn't go through the steps of like actually measuring. I did take some before and after pictures, which the world will never see. I mean, the before picture was just painful. But just to give myself an idea of, excuse me, just to give myself an idea of what I looked like before and where I am now. And I can definitely see a difference. My coworkers are noticing. A lot of people are like commenting on my skin and like how good my skin looks. And, you know, I think that when you're a plus size woman and you start to lose weight, it's not until you get to like that 20-pound mark. I really don't think that it's very over the top obvious, like what's going on with you. But you may hear people say, oh, you look so pretty, or did you change your skincare routine? You look fantastic, or your skin looks so great. And a part of that is, you know, drinking more water. That's a big part of this diet, is drinking a lot of water. I've got like a green water bottle that's probably about this big around and this tall. I think it's about 64 ounces because you're encouraged to drink half of your body weight in ounces. And I have not reached that goal yet. I have not, you know, made that a reality yet, but I have increased the amount of water. I'm even drinking like seltzer water, you know, just to give myself something different and something to look forward to. So that's been really good. So a lot of non-scale victories on the scale as well. I was down 13 pounds, but I've stagnated. And by stagnated, I mean I gained some weight back because I was out there partying at that party like I ain't a business doing. So I think in total, I'm netting. I actually didn't weigh myself today. I do weigh myself every morning when I get up. I use the bathroom, and then I weigh myself just in, you know, some underwear and a tank top, just to try to get a true idea of, you know, what that morning weight is. But I'm feeling great. I'm gonna get back to the basics tomorrow is my goal. So it's very easy to give yourself a lot of freedom with this diet. Like, you really should only have 3.5 ounces of whatever your protein is. So be that chicken. I've been eating a lot of chicken on top of salads, or if that's steak, or if that's shrimp. And so after you're doing it for a while, if you're not doing your meal prep, it's easy to just be like, oh, this looks about like 3.5 ounces, or this looks like it's 4 ounces, you know, but it's very important to be precise. So my goals are to get a food scale. I'm going to get a food scale so that I'm not just guesstimating and not relying so much on eating out. Like, there are some eat out meals, like Chick-fil-A's grilled nugget meal. I get that with a side salad and just put a little bit of lemon juice on it. I've gotten to a point where I don't even need salad dressing. Like, that is something that this process has given me that I will be so grateful for, no matter how much the scale says I lose, because I've really learned, what I need in order to be satisfied or in order to have my food taste good. Like, I'm one of those people that I have the palest coffee ever. Like, it looks like I just drink a little coffee with my sugar. But now I'm down to just drinking my coffee with one half and half, because you're allowed to do a tablespoon of dairy a day. So I have one half and half and two Splenda, and my coffee tastes great. It's like a treat for me. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update and let what's been working, what's been not working. And then I think as I do these weekly installments, I'm also going to try to let you know what I plan to do in the week ahead. That way we can kind of do some, or I can do some goal analysis for myself. So in the week ahead, my goals are to get a food scale, eat out less often, so rely on my meals at home, and to increase my water intake. So when I come back next week, I will fill you in on how I did with those goals. But I'm really excited. And even though it's been hard, it's not been unbearable. Like, I feel like my mood's been decent. It has not been great. Anyway, that's what's going on with me this week. I'm looking forward to implementing the changes that I talked about so that I can get back on the losing side of the scale. And yeah, thanks for taking a minute or so to listen to what's going on with me. I hope you have a great week.